Okay, I'll call the meeting of the Dayton Historical Commission to order. It's January 14th, 2025, and it is
6:07.
6:07 p.m. The listings of matters are those reasonably anticipated by the chair, which may be discussed at the meeting. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. This meeting is being recorded and will be shown at a later time on Dayton's YouTube channel. Okay, stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here present in person. The secretary's report, I just had one change. The motion that to accept the minutes for November 12th was made by Zachary, not me.
Okay.
So, does anyone else have anything else? All right, then I will entertain a motion to accept the minutes of December 10th, 2024 as amended.
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it passes. All right, now our budget. So we didn't have any expenses through December, so our budget is still the same as it was in November. So it's $1,141.13, and we still have the $80 encumbered. Again, there's no changes on the Segregated Schoolhouse gift account or the donation account. So looking at the anticipated expenses, I estimate the historical markers just for our purposes, so we know where we're heading towards the end of the year. That the historical markers around $200 if we're talking about for Old Town Hall and maybe the Smith Memorial Hall and Library. There is a conference in June, I'll talk about that later. I figure probably $250 for attendance and then $150 for travel. It's at UMass Amherst. Office supplies, we can use 3 more notebooks with the large tab dividers, partly for our survey notebooks, and also I keep all of our agendas and minutes and stuff in a historical commission notebook so that when people that follow us will have a record of what we represent. I'm still working on the CAI, the technologies, getting an estimate for putting the 10 properties with the West Dayton survey onto the map. So I figure that's a minimum of 200. I found the contract that we had through the town. Of course, that contract it was for an hourly rate through them. Expired on June 30th, 2024. So I found the contract this week. I will reach out to them to see if we can extend this for. I'll send them a proposal and they can issue another contract for us. So I'll check out that information for February. And then of course we have the 15 of the West Dayton surveys that I estimate to be between $50 and $60. So when we get all the way down to it, probably that's like about $250 that was left, barring any other, just looking at those expenses and seeing what expenses are left. So that's where our present day budget stands. So now, does anyone have any questions or concerns, comments? When is that budget in? June 30th.
What about printing the maps and
With the walking, well, that's a donation.
We have a donation
to
for
cover all the printing?
for the walking tour brochures. So depending on the price for that, so we're budget. So we have $300 for that printing.
Okay, but did you count that, or is that part of the 250 you got left over?
No, I didn't count the walking tour because the donations, that's a separate account, that's not in our budget. So that's a separate line item that, we can spend from, but it doesn't revert back to the town at the end of the year. Because that was a donation from. Pecos.
Pecos.
So hopefully that $300 is enough to, like, go walking through a brochure. Because we can involve printing and also the DVD. So our proposed budget. All of the stuff that's going on the budget, kind of the guidance rates. So they recommended that everyone do a 2.5% decrease, a minimum of that. I figured it, right? It's only $39 for us. Yeah. But then I started, so we look at it from the zero-based budget side, building from zero and building up, and trying to anticipate what kinds of expenses that we are going to have for FY '26. So I looked at the professional and technical, and figured, historically, we always put in like for the 7 people to go to a conference. Historically, there's been maybe 2 or 3 of us interested in 2, more 2 people going. So perhaps it is best that we say, only 3 people plan on going, because we've never all gone to a conference at the same time or within the same year. So then I looked at the communications, and we combined both the stamps because we've been communicating like for the whole thing. We'll probably be doing some more mailings and communications. I checked the roll of stamps are going to stay at $73. And so I said, okay, good communication, so we can do that. So the professional and technical, I did 2 budgets. One that I built from the zero base, and then one that I built from when we bought last year. They cut our budget to like $250, and so I was looking at the budget by that, So in the communications for this one, this is the one that I built from the zero base. So in the professional and technical, it would be $450 for 3 people to go. Communications, I said 80, because there'd be the stamps and maybe a little more in case we have to mail something extra. You never know what you're gonna have to do. Other supplies, when we look at this is where we're taking our historical markers from. When we bought for the Firecracker Festival, there isn't a Firecracker Festival, so we're not going to be buying anything like that. We don't have any present plans to do another survey update, because we need copies, through that. Putting notebooks together with that. We don't have any plans for that. The only thing we do have that we committed to was the printing of the old Bristol Cap brochure, which looks like it probably will be in FY '26, and not in FY '25. And then it's in office supplies, books, papers, whatever, documents. So that I estimated to be $400.
Is there anything any group is planning for the 300th birthday that we would all pitch in for? I know everybody's got their own little thing.
Oh, for the 250th
Birthday.
the anniversary of America.
So is there any plan from that meeting that you go to, that every
So-
department gives in money for something, because we're not doing anything for that?
No,
Okay,
no.
that's at this time.
not at this time. We certainly could build in something for 250 and kind of buying it. I think that's gonna happen.
I don't know, you think it's gonna happen?
Well, so far the plans for that are, you know, the reenactment, the walking tour, the old Bristol path, maybe some speakers, you know.
Let's say somebody comes up with that wall or party idea.
Yeah,
Don't you think all the little people would have to pitch in something toward that? That would be a big
I don't think
expense.
any department is considering doing that. We probably wouldn't ask it in that financial constraint. And we did talk about having like a dance on the wall and, you know, I said no to that idea because of the expense of it and, you know, attendance. We think we can really do that good. And but if you look across all of the plans for the 250, the towns are having a hard time doing it. Some of the towns are only planning on doing one thing like that. Some of them are not planning at all. And I know for Concord and Lexington, they just lost money because the state funded it not cut back for their big thing. And
Of all the towns, always one for that. I think the two ones that I would say like would be great.
and it's for their, people like this one, this year to present the
Right.
Yeah.
So,
What are the surrounding, I mean, I know it's a little off topic, but what are surrounding towns doing?
I'm not sure. So, and then travel, I said $150. Given that it's at 70 cents. That, you know, if you go, I don't know if that would cover it or not, but you know, the best estimate I could come up with. But that gives us a total of $1,080 for our budget. The biggest expenses that we've had that we always put in for was a professional and technical for conferences. And then other supplies because we were doing marketing and surveys and printing, you know, we printed all those survey forms. So those were our two big expense lines. And when you take away, and we bought all those things for the firecracker festival, we bought wristbands and crayons and we bought those, and then we bought T-shirts for the commission, you know, so when we haven't done that, nor have we really talked about doing that for FY26.
Will we need to put money out for your, when you talk to people? No, the memories, Dayton memories, you.
Well, will we need any technology? Will we need some thumb drives or anything?
I mean, not that I was not anticipating that, I mean, especially if. Did we ever get an answer regarding the town's digital storage, quote unquote cloud?
Not really, no.
We didn't, okay. Cause either way, the only expense would be if there wasn't one existing and we then had to pay for one. But. I mean, like I said, then that becomes another topic of, well, is it coming from, is it town property or is it Pacio's property? Who's paying for it? Is it a town email address associated with, and then it belongs to the town? Where's the funding coming from? Well, it's coming from Pacio's, hypothetically speaking, coming from Pacio's pocket. So like, you know what I mean, so then it's a whole different topic in terms of like, who's paying for it equals who belongs to it. So that being said,
I think,
it's kind of risky, I would think, putting it into our budget, because then it's a matter of whether the historic commission own it or as a town own it. So.
but we are.
We are town.
From the town, right,
Yeah,
so.
so we're basically.
But I guess also, if there is a digital cloud that exists somewhere, which there must be, because like I said before, like when the zoning board uploads our agendas to the town website, when planning board uploads, those meeting packets are very, to take all out of space, those have to be stored digitally somewhere.
Would Laura know that?
well, she may, especially because anything that the town films must get stored digitally somewhere.
That's my point.
All right.
So I guess what I'm saying is we may not need to worry about building in a line item for that if a digital town storage already exists somewhere. Now, I think part of the reason why we were holding off on that discussion is because I think it was during the transition of town administrator.
Yeah.
And now that we have a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were talking, I know Mike was talking and he was talking to our tech guy.
And there were a lot of emails that were going back and forth, but we never really heard back.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we did our end, I think, you wanted me to explain
Right, right.
exactly what we're looking for. I think we did that and you passed that along, and I remember seeing their responses back, but their responses back were almost like we'll get back to you, or
Right.
we have not heard back yet.
Given that we're going to probably be starting those within FY 25.
Oh, yeah, I would say.
Perhaps for some safety, we should invest in some thumb drives for you to use and when they record it, so that can be transferred to a thumb drive just.
For the time, I think that's a good idea.
Because we can order those off of Amazon, because the town has an Amazon account. Correct.
Okay, so let me just.
If everyone's in agreement.
Is the microphone picking up this?
Oh, I don't know.
We're screwed if it
I'm
ain't.
already viewing, give me anything.
Let's.
No.
What made you think of that?
Well, he's not taking any notes. He's the secretary. Oh, does that work?
My eyes.
Okay,
So I'm just looking up a thumb drive. What the size roughly?
Get them from Temu for like $2.
And
So-
cross your fingers that it works.
256 gigabytes, which
That's a lot.
is plenty.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
A thumb drive for that on Amazon is $25,
Oh, that's-
which is insane because I remember when a half that size came out and it was like $50.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Matrix Staples.
and now would that be enough to be our one and only thing to last us for? No, it would not be enough space. But for now, until we get answer for the digital storage, that's plenty of space. And that's the first one I pulled up, $25 on Amazon.
okay,
So if we're factoring that in for the budget, we would only need one of those.
okay,
And the first thing that came up, the Amazon brand for $25 is more than
Yeah.
sufficient.
Any hard copies of anything? Are we talking a notebook? Are you talking anything that's?
Nothing that I don't already have that I'm willing to use.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no, I don't foresee me, if anything, it's like, a microphone, that stuff would have been necessary if cable was,
okay,
hadn't had the studio. So now that we
Okay.
have that, but in terms of like my own, nothing that I'm gonna
okay.
need,
So
no.
if we get that size thumb drive,
Yep,
that would last for quite a while.
$25 Amazon, did you say?
well,
$25?
yes, and then I found one that's a two-pack for $30. A two-pack at 256 each for $30.
Temu is $5.76.
Dude, don't do.
$5.70.
I thought you were looking up Staples. Something reputable.
Put that away.
Yeah,
They're all the same, $5.76. Look, 4.7 rating.
it's probably this.
Yeah, Rafa, anyone can just throw a rating on there.
It'll only be this big when it comes. Oh, did you want a real?
Rafa, it's gonna be a drive from a thumb.
Yeah.
An actual thumb drive, that's what you wanted. What you wanted, sir, the thumb
A
drive.
thumb with little wheels
Have
on it.
faith
Oh,
in
thumb
TV.
drive.
I have zero faith in Team.
I do.
I have zero faith. No, I wouldn't buy any.
I just ordered 2 pairs of shoes. Love them. $25.
Hold the man out of paper.
Yeah.
I ordered something that came in and I'm a little afraid to even put it in my car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna order one for myself and prove you guys.
You
Please do.
okay, you
Please
do
do.
that. Well, we
Please do.
can,
we don't need this like right away.
No.
No. So we can wait and order that, like
Yeah,
next
but we're
month.
just talking, throw some money in the budget for that. That's all.
Right,
Yeah, no, but I'm saying this can come out of this year's budget.
yeah,
now.
right,
So-
true.
We can research it, we don't have to make a decision tonight, just get the best price.
And-
And also if
That's quality.
it's quality and also, is it a town vendor or, how are we gonna handle that?
Oh, they come in 4 different colors.
Got
Gold.
a town vendor?
Wow. Let's get with the program then to see.
Sure, put on the
Yeah.
meeting agenda, please.
All right, so that's the zero base kind of budget that I built. And then I said, well, when we look at it, I also did one for like $1,150, saying that, again, in the professional and technical, upping it to $490 would be for 3 members. And then you give $40 in case there's a price change or if there was something, that we had to use a consultant for and pay. Like not $40 is going to do a lot, but just in case. The mailings would be the same at 80. The other supplies would be up to 430, for the printing of our brochures and, office supplies. And then again, the 150 for travel. So that puts you up to $1,150.
Sure, what is the town reimbursed for gas? For mileage, for
It's
travel,
70 cents per
70.
mile.
per mile?
Yep.
So like from here to UMass Amherst
Like 100 and,
is 120 miles one way.
I got 107 going up 495 from my house. 495
So
to 90.
the 100
Drive.
107 times 0.70 times to $149.80 is for one person round trip to UMass Amherst at 107
Right.
miles.
Right.
And that's assuming, and I don't see it being
So
any,
you-
I don't see it
yeah.
being any farther away than Amherst.
Yeah, so Amherst is this June.
Right.
So that would be the max. If the other conference was at 150, out there, then you would go there. Or you have 3 people that are going to conferences, granted, we were trying carpool, but say we, 2 people are going and they can't carpool for whatever
Right,
reason.
right.
So you do want to try and give them the benefit of the doubt, even because like when we went up to Fort Devens, it was like $45.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's really, looking at the figures and stuff, what do we want to do? The zero-based budget, building it that way is the way that they ask for it to be done.
So one of them was 1,080 and the other way was 1,150.
50.
Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Is that factoring in the $35 cut?
No, so the $35 cut, our budget ends up, don't know if I even brought that. Oh, so if we do that, our budget ends up at 1,365. Because it's 1,400 minus the 35, the 2.5%. And I started working on that way, but then I'm like, rest assured, that's going to be the starting point. And that more than likely,
Mhm.
more budgets will be asked to be cut.
Because some, I'm not even thinking of any names, but some departments might not hold their weight.
Right.
So they might
I
ask-
think that it's going to have to be.
Really?
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
How about ask for 1,100, which is right between the 2 that you
Yeah.
gave me.
Yeah.
With the 2 that you said. And then when you come to the end of the year, if there's an emergency and you have to have more, you can get it.
Right.
So,
It's the whole negotiation thing, ask for a little more than what you think. you need.
exactly. They'll think you're wonderful because you're only asking for 1,100 and not
No,
13 and change.
can't imagine there are many
Well,
committees.
we're a
that-
small department with a
Yeah.
small
Yeah,
budget, so
absolutely.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So if we're saying 1,100.
Yep.
So we cut 50. We could cut 50 at that, I mean, I know, we'll put. No, I think my figures are right here. So if we say professional and technical would be 470, someone do the math with a calculator for me. Or paper and pen, Irene.
470.
Communications would be 80. Other supplies would be 400. And travel would be 150.
1,100 even.
Okay. Because I think that I will have to go in, and Rafa, you can come too, when we go talk to the town administrator about the budget and then present, also go to the finance committee, I mean, we've made here a clear effort to
I think so.
do the zero base and also to say we needed to make some changes.
Which we did big time.
So, all right, so on this one, so 470.
You need to vote on that, an official vote.
Yeah, we need an official vote. I just want, this will be 400. And I also am gonna need you to sign this. And that would be 150. I should have done it in pen, but that's okay. All right, I will entertain a motion for our FY 26 budget to be $1,100 to be submitted to the town administrator, board of selectmen and finance committee.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any other discussion?
Who started first?
She said first.
Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? That passes unanimously. And I just need everyone to sign this and
Oh, my God. Not common method. Be like a celebrity.
The second I made the Z, I was like, I'm gonna hear it in 3, 2, 1 on the dot. She was like, oh God.
Great. All right. Moving on, unfinished business, Zach, preserving memories.
Yep. So I talked to Cameron's mother.
Yep.
And she said, I guess, so he started a new job.
Yep.
Aside from doing the homeschooling, just so it's harder. Actually, I have the measure somewhere right here. It's harder for them to do too far ahead in advance because his weeks vary from week to week. So I know the cable said it's better for them to give them dates as opposed to like that them saying every Thursday is free. So I reached out to cable anyway and said, I do have one person who said it is better for them
to know. So I'm waiting to hear back from cable. And then I'll let Kim's mother, Caroline, know what dates were good for them. And then in terms of other names, so these were names that have been gathering during meetings. I added Maureen Dusha today. The Eaglesons, who are my neighbors, Myrna, Richmond Tripp, Jeff, Ernie Atwood, Dorothy Perry. Are there any other names? And then if you guys feel better giving their information to me off meeting time, so it's not public.
Gary only, no?
Gary?
He came to the presentation you gave. Do I have the wrong
Or
name?
Ed only.
Ed only.
I was gonna say,
Sorry,
no,
Ed only.
I was like, Gary? He's not that
Who's
old.
Gary?
Is he? That's his son.
Is it?
and there was a couple, husband and a wife, that you introduced me to, Pat.
Oh,
I didn't,
Chris Lynch,
who?
Chris Lynch.
Oh, okay.
Might also want to talk to Lenny Reed.
EEG.
Yep.
And then I do guys have email addresses, Facebook, and I know Myrna's on Facebook. I mean, I find her on
I can
Facebook.
give
I've seen her
you
on there.
Maria's contact information.
Yep.
I think I have Chris Lynch's from that meeting
Okay.
I
and,
see Maureen on Fridays.
Okay.
and, do we have Dorothy Perry's?
No, we do everything through her nephew.
Her
She lives with Her
nephew.
nephew.
Yeah. Do we have his number? Do you have his number still?
Or
can get
email
it.
or anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
The Eaglesons, I'll ask because I'm neighbors with them,
okay.
so that would remain. Do you know how I can contact you?
ALLIE.
Okay,
How's he doing? Do you think is he?
Yeah.
Even if we don't do the whole studio thing and do it just from at your home and do it that way, obviously, everyone does, for the record, if anyone talks to anybody about this, passing the message along, we don't have to do the studio. If there's someone who prefer to do it in their own home, that's totally fine. Or if they want to do the studio, and again, just the voice aspect, that's fine. I don't want anyone to feel like, well, I would do it, but I don't want to, or I can't get down to cable to do it that way.
Right,
I wouldn't want
right.
that to be deterrent. It's certainly not a
Right.
deterrent, but.
okay.
And then, so Ernie,
Ernie's up in New Hampshire, but I have his contact stuff.
okay. Richmond Tripp,
Nursing home?
Yeah,
okay. Is he?
I don't know. which
I
one.
don't know.
Yeah. And Lenny and Ed. Contact,
I can find Ed's.
okay.
I can get, I'll work on those two.
And Ernie, what was that one? Someone.
He's up in New Hampshire.
Oh, Ernie,
Yeah. He rarely comes down, but he knows a lot.
Too much.
and keep in mind, I mean, I don't know how he is with the computer, but I can even email questions.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, what I mean? It wouldn't, or over Zoom,
yeah.
or FaceTime or Skype, however it's used. So it doesn't have to be in person, it doesn't have
I'll
to
talk
be.
to him. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right.
Not to age him, but how old is your dad? Joe.
66.
Okay, so he's sort of kind of young, but I mean, he lived there all of his life on Elm Street.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Well, but he is sort of young, I know you,
Yeah.
for people that are older.
Yeah, it would have to be in the house, though. He can't, well, I can get him out.
You'll spring him.
You sound as if he's stuck.
I can get him out.
I can kidnap him and bring him out.
Well, he might enjoy doing
Actually,
something
he
like
might
that.
actually
Actually,
enjoy
We
it.
don't have
No.
anyone coming from that area, Broad Cove, and he grew up on that farm.
Oh.
Yeah. I can
So,
definitely-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll ask him.
And if he's talking about his mom and his dad and stuff, and when he was a kid.
I think that
I
would
think
be, and the
that would
aunts
be,
and
yeah.
stuff, yeah. Mhm.
And it's the one time where someone who likes to talk about their family, we want you to talk about your family. All the stories that holidays that no one wants to hear, we actually want to hear.
How's Charlotte? She was a little.
Oh, I didn't think about
Sarah
that.
was a great child.
She's gonna give him cues.
Well, back he goes. Get back in the car, we're done.
So the whole thing about not using this to publicly slander someone, it's like the truth about that in town clerk comes out. What was Shari like?
Remember those nomination papers? Yes, that goodbye.
Turn back at 11, the story, be surprised.
And you'll be part of history.
That's scary.
So with the studio,
Yeah.
would it be best to say to them, you want to reserve a certain number of dates and then just fill in the people who is available?
It didn't sound like that from the cable's point of view. It sounded more like you tell us when you want and we're good to go. But it's also like, but next week, Cam might be free on Monday night, but the week after that, but he might not have Monday night free for the next month after that.
Right.
So like, I don't want to say, hey, Mondays are good. And the biggest thing I asked Cable was, how short notice, how far in advance do you need? If Cam's mom texts me right now and says, we can do next Monday, can Cable say, no, we need at least 2 weeks? Or is Cable gonna say, I can get you in tomorrow? If you could do it tomorrow, that's kind of what I'm waiting on to hear back from Cable, because the last thing I want to do is tell, Myrna, we're gonna do it. Tuesdays are our only option. She goes, well, I can't do Tuesday. Can they do Thursday? Cable, can you do Thursday? Well, I can do next Thursday. And then Myrna goes, I can't do next. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Do you see what I mean? Like even in that fictitious, the fictitious example I just thought of, I'm already like, my head's already spinning. And I made that up just now. So like that's what I'm trying to get from Cable is ideally in a perfect world, Cable can say, just let us know. And I'd rather have them give me a few options. So when I go before someone, I can tell
Give
them,
them those
this is what we're
options.
looking at.
Yeah.
And then.
You're gonna be playing telephone.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm really, and then especially where I'm talking between Cable and then the interviewer.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
interviewee. If it was just me and one person playing phone tag, that's the nature of the beast. But when it's involving two people playing, okay, well, they said no, but they said maybe. Wait, because you took so long to get back to me, now they're booked. So
Yeah.
when are you free again?
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
that's
okay.
a great idea.
That's the only thing. So
Yeah.
like it would almost be great if they could, hey, here's our calendar right now for the next month.
Yeah.
And let me constantly go and fill these blocks in right now.
Perfect. That's actually a
That's
good idea.
that's what I'm hoping for
Yeah.
from them. I don't know.
What is your
what
availability?
so-
Aren't you pretty much day to day? You don't know what you're doing? And I mean that,
No.
professionally.
No.
It wasn't a slap.
No, so with substitute teaching, it's pretty much after 4 o'clock during the week. Unless
Your
I'm,
availability is after 4
yeah,
o'clock. during the week. Okay.
unless I'm at a middle school and I'm out by 2.
But you don't know that going into. it.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But
that's-
I mean, generally speaking, it's, late afternoon and weekends I'm wide open, so.
Okay.
That's what's the beauty of my skills. I don't have a 9 to 5 job, but because I have a school
Right.
day job, it's pretty,
Yeah.
it's, now, if there was some person who was like, early afternoons during the week work best for me, I would just not take a sub job that day. Or I would
Yeah.
do a morning only kind of thing,
Mhm.
so.
Okay. Well, I think we're making progress, baby steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I was surprised how the fact that Cable said they're ready to go. I was like, oh, they are.
Yeah, because I know they're
Yeah,
they're doing the veterans thing with Ray Haig and Myrna. And I think that's
the
pretty much
studio?
ready to go. Yeah, in the studio, yeah.
Since we were using Cam as our quote unquote dry run,
Yeah.
and I don't mean that,
Yeah.
the way it sounded possibly, but is there someone we would like to do first? I mean, then it's a matter of like, well, if I have 4 lined up and the one we want to do first is we're waiting to hear back from, I don't want to wait until, I just didn't know if there was someone that you guys felt. as
Whoever
though
the
I
most
should-
eager. to do it.
I would think it would just be great to have one under our belts.
One, yeah.
At this
Right.
point, I wouldn't be fussy as to
Just-
who
okay.
should be the first one.
Right.
I could, Myrna probably would be a good one to start with too.
And we know she's we know she's no problem
Right.
doing it. It has that, I'm sure she would be, I don't want to do on camera. I think she'll be
Yeah.
on camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
she had her own show.
what, right, exactly. That's, I
Right.
mean, at least like it'd be easier to do
She's
someone.
looking for a successor, by the way, to do her show. She asked me and I said no. But when he has that, she
Okay,
might call you. I'm just kidding.
Wait, for real? You gave her a?
No,
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay, I just want to be ready for this call, if it can come my way.
but she would be very funny.
right. Yeah, I think we get, she would be a good one to do a first one too. you
I
know.
mean, now that I know that, of the names that I have before me, aside from the Eaglestons who are my neighbors, I know Maureen's on Facebook. So I can message her today or tomorrow,
yeah.
tomorrow. I can,
Yeah.
and her, I know she's one like, well, how often does she go? I know she's on Facebook often enough that I won't be like, oh, maybe she'll see it. Like some people don't go on Facebook that often. I don't go on unless I get a message saying that someone messaged me through Facebook, but Myrna, I know is on
I'll
frequently.
send you
Or you
her
can tag her.
contact information later.
Okay, because I don't think I don't have her number or even
Yeah.
her, or even
Yeah.
an email address, town or personal.
I'll
I
send-
only have her
yeah.
contact through Facebook, which I know she goes on for
Right.
posts on
I will
her
send
Are
page.
you
to
friends with each other?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, good. Okay, now, walking tour pamphlet.
Did you find anything for the Spooner House? That was the only thing that I think back in November you had
I thought I
asked,
sent you something.
you had asked Myrna and you hadn't heard back.
Yeah, no,
And then the last email I had from you
Oh.
was that you were going to the Historical
Oh.
Commission. Sorry, you were going to the Historical Society and you said you would check when you got there.
oh, I think I did,
You had photos, right?
I think I did. Um. Let me,
I said, no.
let me check on that. Mhm. I'll check on that and get back to you.
Okay.
Hey,
Bye.
How are you?
good, how are you?
Good. Been out of trouble?
Are we having a Christmas party and nobody told me?
Yeah.
All right. Bring the gifts. Let's go.
You guys have a meeting here
Yeah.
at 7?
Yeah.
Says who?
Surprise.
Okay,
We better hurry up.
hurry up, talk fast.
Okay. So,
Really good.
other than that, that's the only picture I was waiting on. We kind of exhausted the search for the yacht club stuff.
Yeah.
We got, I took care of taking out the legal thing, and
Yeah.
putting what town manager had said. Other than that, just waiting on the Spooner picture.
All right, I'll look, I either took a picture of it and.
Okay.
I'll get it back to you,
Yep.
so, okay. Under, historical markers, any,
Well, I did send an email to Jacqueline Mackamer, who is the vocational coordinator at BP. And I introduced myself and I basically sent a proposal. Would the school be willing to sponsor like historical markers, Yeah, so I wrote that email like a few days ago, but she hasn't responded. So I don't know, maybe she was on vacation or anything, but no response from her yet.
did you look at that, Science Tomorrow in Norton?
No, I haven't had a chance.
Okay, look at them,
So I think I'm gonna abandon the one at Seacon, Fast Science.
yeah,
When you just said in Norton, where'd you get that name from?
Swansea,
Okay, because I'm friendly now with the Historical Commission in Swansea. And their marker looks more like either brass or it's aluminum to look like brass. It's really impressive. but
Oh,
it's
yeah, I've seen
nothing
them.
like
I've seen
ours.
them. I've
So
seen
she
them.
suggested the place in Norton
Okay,
to
yeah.
call and
Those
to
are
get a
nice.
quote.
yeah,
We're not talking apples and apples here. So I have no idea how much they charge for a marker. Her markers were like $600-700.
oh,
No, but when you seen it, it was like, that come out of Washington DC. I mean, it was really.
Yeah,
classic.
those things
So
are like,
It was big and you can get them in
Yeah.
bronze or you can get an aluminum that they put a finish on, so it looks like bronze.
Yeah.
But it's still, we're talking a lot more money than we paid. And I said that ours were either wood or PVC.
yeah,
And so she said, we'll give those people a call.
okay.
And she had who did you talk to in Swansea?
I went on their website, and
Oh, okay,
on their,
all right.
their
I
minutes.
met with Cheryl.
Yeah, oh, okay, that's a good contact. But I went and I looking, and I also looked at Westport, and I emailed the Westport, because they had markers too. When they had a marker program, they had an email for it. I emailed them for information, but they haven't gotten back to me, so. Okay, so we'll keep working on that. So the Mount Hope Finishing Company, the Board of Selectmen approved the contract with Stacy on January 8th, and she's indicated that the work will begin in the spring. So we have the West Dayton survey. She has 8 of the forms done. Shara made copies for us so that we can review them. Are they all?
I had probably city property, so I'm one of them, yeah.
We also have 8 more done.
Yep.
That's a 7-minute chair yoga for the day. Wasn't that good?
That was fantastic. Kurt, one, do work. Do work.
Okay. So with these, take some time and read them over, review them, and she still has to plan a site visit to the Poor Farm. Had trouble coordinating with that over the holidays in December, and just to double check information on the other site. So any edits, changes that you see in this, just let me know, and I can send them along to her. So, CPC, I don't have anything to report. There was no December meeting, but they'll be meeting on Thursday. The Library Building Committee, we met on January 9th. Went along. So the BP students are still working on the electrical. Tim's working on getting painters for the inside of the building. The handrails for the ramps will be installed. The HVAC bid specs are complete, and they'll be in the central register this week. It's possible that the HVAC will be completed by May, which is a major part of it. Mark Prochnick has a quote for under 10,000 for the technology for the program room. He's going to present this to the Friends of the Library because they've donated funds towards this. They were going to buy a smart board, which would include some of the technology for using the smart board in that room. And then for your information, Ken Reinstein from Chronicle will be speaking February 27th here. And I think he's talking about baseball, something or other. But he's an interesting speaker. I saw him speak about general stores in Freetown a couple of years ago.
Well, the fires in Fall River are
Is that the fire? No, that's the lady, the fires in Fall River in January.
January.
Yeah,
We're in January. I think it's 23rd.
yeah, the 23rd. Yeah,
That'll be here.
that'll be here. And that's the same lady that did
Lizzie Borden.
Lizzie Borden. Yeah.
And that's the same night that Old Colony's doing a thing on Reed and Barton.
Yeah, but Reed and Barton's full. It's a wait list I saw today.
There you go. So you ain't getting in Reading Barton.
I saw that.
Try, Irene.
Well, no, I was just.
going to Reed Barton. No, you're not.
No, I was coming to the fires of Fall River. Wink,
Yeah.
wink. And I was dragging the husband.
America's 250th Anniversary Committee met on Monday. But basically, we're working on fundraising, encampment and the other activities. And we had discussion about the brochure booklet for the Old Bristol Path. We had said that we would put money towards that. We never discussed how much really, but whatever I guess we can afford and from our budget is what we'll use.
Yeah.
And some of that also, can pay for by sponsors when you put ads in the back or whatever. our meeting dates for 2025. So we have. This, I think I emailed you all, or I'm going to email you all.
You told us February 11, you were away. You told us that last
Yes,
month.
yes, so, that's our next scheduled meeting date. Now, you can certainly meet without me. Or we can cancel it and just meet in March. Or if something comes, we can move it,
Yeah,
yeah,
why not?
okay. I'll see
I
what,
don't think we have anything too pressing that we need to meet.
no, we may have something from the CPC.
Let's do it on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Martha, will you? No.
If he could bring it, it's better.
I was gonna say, I already have-
Valentine's
I
Day.
already have a Valentine and Pine, I was talking about.
Yes, you mentioned her.
Zach, do you meet on Tuesdays?
For, oh,
For
sorry,
the
yeah.
zoning?
Well, don't you just want to add
Third
7?
Tuesday? Huh?
Don't you just want to add 7 or
Or the
take away
fourth
7
Tuesday.
from the 11th? Either make it the 4th or the 18th.
February 4th.
Wednesday, it would be that's a Tuesday, I assume.
Yeah,
11th is a Tuesday, so want to make it the 4th? Want to make it the 18th?
which one do you want to do?
Pick one.
I don't care, as long as it's not interfering. with-
Why don't we say either one, either the 4th or the 18th, and let me see what's available.
Got it.
Okay, and then I'll send you.
It won't be zoning, so we're fine.
Okay. November 18th is, in 2025, is because of Veterans Day, but we'll be meeting at prime time. The location will change. That's all. That's the only
Okay,
thing
I was gonna
there.
say, I know for zoning, when we were looking at our meeting schedules, the way, as it was this year, 2 of our meetings fall within holiday weeks.
Yeah, yeah,
So we had to change
right.
when we're meeting, so, but we're changing, for us, we're changing this space, not the day.
Okay,
I know, I'm asking, you're saying we'll be meeting in prime time that day?
on the 18th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, we got a minute.
commission.
Talk faster.
huh?
Got a minute, talk faster.
I'm trying.
Sorry.
The Mass History Alliance Conference is June 2nd. Their theme is Connecting and Caring Through History. This is the one that's at UMass Amherst. It's from 8:30 to 5. It's like a 2+ hour drive. We figured out the mileage. But they haven't come through with any kind of their speakers or anything yet. They're just doing a call for speakers. So we'll have more information on that if we want to consider going to that. For correspondence, we just had this card from the Mass Historical Commission on the Massachusetts Preservation Project Fund. So it's a grant, but it's only for houses that are, properties that are owned by municipalities or nonprofit organizations that are on the State Register of Historic Places. So we
So
don't have
NA.
any of those.
NA,
So
unfortunately.
that's that. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Nope. I'll
You bet there was.
entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Did
Oh, speaking of-